Hi, this is Rick Rose. I don't want to take a lot of your time up, but I was wondering if you would just take a look at this video that I began creating. It's a documentary film about the mayors of Tulsa. I just want to get some opinions of people. I've so far got it up through the 7th mayor. I want to find out, one, whether or not you think that this is a noble cause and that I should see it all the way through the end and complete it. And two, if you think that it should be something that I should just do, have done for free, or if you think maybe there's a possibility of being able to market it and put it on DVDs and maybe sell it for a rather small amount of money to break even as a non-profit deal, or maybe even charge enough to make a profit. So my main focus is to get at least 50 people that will give me an honest opinion to let me know whether you think that this is something that people would really be interested in seeing. With that, please view the video, and like I said at the end of the film, I give my email address, and you can just drop me an email and let me know one way or the other what you think about this film. Thanks. From 1898 through the year 2010, Tulsa has seen 39 mayors. The first mayor of Tulsa was Colonel Edward E. Calkins. Colonel Calkins was an officer in the 7th Indian Cavalry, and he was also a member of the Indiana legislature from 1871 to 1872. Under the administration of Colonel Calkins, the city began collecting property taxes for the first time in Tulsa's history. In addition, Colonel Calkins also became the city of Tulsa's first attorney from 1902 to 1903. The second mayor of Tulsa was R.N. Bynum. Mayor Bynum was one of the leaders that helped start the development of Tulsa. He worked with the Indian legislature to grant permission to secure Tulsans' property titles, and he helped bring the federal court commissioner to Tulsa, which later formed the Tulsa Federal Courthouse. Mayor Bynum, along with 3 other men, loaned the city of Tulsa $1,050 to purchase property and establish the Tulsa public school system. The city of Tulsa later repaid the loan when they collected property taxes. The third mayor of Tulsa was Lewis Pohl. Lewis Pohl was one of Tulsa's finest lawyers. In 1898, him and his law partner, 2 of the men who helped write Tulsa's incorporation papers. Mayor Pohl was a delegate for the 1904 Democratic National Convention held in St. Louis, and he was also elected to Tulsa County's 1st District Judge when Oklahoma became a state in 1907, and he also went on to serve as a state legislator. His law partner, Harry Campbell, wrote about him, quote, "A good man and fine citizen, a devoted husband and father, who proved his faith by his works." Tulsa's 4th mayor was George Blakey. George Blakey helped organize Tulsa's first volunteer fire department after a major fire in downtown damaged many buildings. R.C. Elder, Tulsa's first fire chief, and other civic leaders met in Hall's General Store and convinced Blakey that the bucket brigade ought to be replaced by a volunteer fire department. The city purchased a chemical fire wagon, 24 bright red fire helmets, and other equipment for $800 under Blakey's administration. Mayor Blakey also worked with the Patton brothers, Dan and Gus, to create the city street grid system in 1901. The 5th mayor of Tulsa was George W. Mowbray. George Mowbray traveled to Tulsa in 1887. He served as an early missionary to the Creek Nation and became an avid booster for the city of Tulsa. He was also the second pastor for the Tulsa's Methodist Episcopal Church and was active in civic aspects of early Tulsa. He also served as the director of the Methodist Mission School for 11 years. Mayor Mowbray was the first president of the Tulsa Public School Board. He was one of the founding members of the Commercial Club, which is now known as the Tulsa Metro Chamber of Commerce. Mayor Mowbray also helped persuade the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway to reroute their rail line through Tulsa. H.R. Klein was the sixth mayor of Tulsa. H.R. Klein began his career in Tulsa in real estate and later worked for the Vitrified Brick and Tile Company as the secretary-treasurer. He served as mayor for one term, and during this time the 11th Street Bridge was built in 1904. The bond issue for the bridge failed to pass, but there were 3 Tulsans who privately funded it. When the bridge was completed, the placards read, quote, "You said we couldn't do it, but we did." Mayor Klein was instrumental in helping the Tulsa Fire Department's volunteer program change to a paid department. H.R. Klein was also the city clerk in 1908, and he became the city auditor in 1909. The 7th mayor of Tulsa was Dr. C. L. Reeder. Dr. Reeder came to Tulsa in 1890. He was one of the first physicians in Tulsa and was a practicing physician up until his death. Dr. Reeder, along with 2 other individuals, opened Tulsa's first hospital in an unfinished 10-bedroom residence at 5th and Lawton. He was a member of the Commercial Club and a great Tulsa supporter. Dr. Mayor Reeder served as county physician, superintendent, secretary to the County Board of Health, and was a member of the County, State, and American Medical Society. Dr. Reeder built the Reeder Building at 2nd and Boston Streets here in Tulsa in 1910.